Now, meanwhile, in the U.S., Democratic Senator Mark Kelly has become the latest target of the Trump administration. The Pentagon is now investigating him for alleged misconduct and a possible court-martial. Kelly has a stellar military record, serving as a Navy fighter pilot before becoming an astronaut. He's also a high-profile critic of the U.S. president. The CBC's Willie Lowry joins us now live from Washington with more on all of this. So how did this investigation come about?
Arthi, this all started last week when 6 Democratic lawmakers, all with military and intelligence backgrounds, put out this video essentially imploring active duty service members to disobey orders that they deemed illegal. Let's take a look at a brief excerpt from that video.
Administration is pitting our uniformed military
and intelligence community professionals
against American citizens.
like us. You all swore an oath
to protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad, but from right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
President Donald Trump was not impressed and issued several angry posts on social media, including one in which he accused the Democrats of seditious behavior, something that he said was punishable by death. And in another post, he called for them to be locked up. Now, the Pentagon is looking into ways that it can do just that, at least with respect to Senator Mark Kelly, a former astronaut and captain in the U.S. Navy. In a statement, the Pentagon said, quote, "A thorough review of these allegations has been initiated to determine further actions, which may include recall to active duty for court-martial proceedings or administrative measures." Kelly has fired back and says he won't be intimidated by the president. Let's take a listen.
But I'm not going to be silenced here. Is it stressful? I've been stressed by, things more important than Donald Trump trying to intimidate me into shutting my mouth and not doing my job. He didn't like what I said. I'm going to show up for work every day, support the Constitution, do my job, hold this administration accountable, hold this president accountable when he is out of line.
Kelly said he would lean on his military experience. He flew combat missions during Operation Desert Storm during the first Gulf War and flew to space 4 times, but also on his family's experience. His wife, Gabby Giffords, was shot while speaking with constituents in 2007. He would use those experiences to help weather this storm and also to keep the fight going with Donald Trump.
Now, Willie, as you mentioned, Kelly is just one of several lawmakers who put out that message to troops calling on them to refuse illegal orders. But why is he being singled out?
So he left the military with the highest rank out of all of the members in that video. He retired as a captain, and therefore he can be subject to recall and potentially court-martialed. But no sitting U.S. senator has ever been court-martialed. But the White House is standing by the Pentagon's decision. Here's White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt.
The White House is supportive of the Department of War's investigation into Senator Mark Kelly. And I think what Senator Mark Kelly was actually trying to do was intimidate the 1.3 million active duty service members.
It's unclear what ground the Pentagon would actually have to follow through with this threat. Democrats, meanwhile, are furious at the Trump administration. Let's take a listen to Ruben Galeo. He's a Democratic senator from Kelly's home state of Arizona.
I think, number one, you will never, ever, ever even be half the man that Senator Kelly is. You, sir, are a coward. And the fact that you are following this order from the president shows how big of a coward you are. And I can't wait till you no longer are the Secretary of Defense.
And context, of course, is important. This all comes as President Trump has dispatched the National Guard into American cities, but also used the country's military might to strike alleged drug boats in the Caribbean with no due process.
Willie, thanks for this. That is the CBC's Willie Lowry reporting from Washington.